Welcome to Unlicensed Opinion, where I, Jack, a girl with zero credentials, gives advice. You bring the chaos, I bring the opinions, and together we pretend it's healthy coping. Hello, guys! Welcome back to Unlicensed Opinion. Today I have one of my best friends, Joe, with me. Joe, give the people a little spiel about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Joe. I've been in the Army about 5 years now. I graduated from Michigan State. Jack and I met each other back in high school, and yeah, here we are today.
Today, I have a few stories picked out for you that I think you'd be able to put yourself in those person's shoes. Not necessarily because you've been in those positions, but I just think they're things that you'd be able to give a good opinion on. Just remember that all names, ages, and locations have been changed to keep people anonymous. Okay, so I have 3 stories for you today. The first story is called Best Friend Dating My Brother. The second story is called Friends Relationship. So I'm assuming it's about some friends that might get in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have an extra third story, and I'll give you 2 options, and you'll be able to pick between them when we get there.
All right.
Once again, the first story is called Best Friend Dating My Brother. Okay, so I need your honest opinion on something. And seriously, don't just tell me what I want to hear. So my best friend and my brother are kind of talking. Like, it's not official yet, but they both told me that they like each other. And I guess they've been texting a lot. And now they've told me that they're seeing where it goes. And the crazy part is, it all started because we've all been hanging out together lately. The 3 of us, going to dinner, grabbing drinks, and just chill stuff. I noticed them talking more, laughing at inside jokes, and I kind of had this gut feeling something was happening. But I didn't think it'd actually turn into something. Now they've both come to me separately to tell me, hey, I just wanted you to know we've been talking. Which is nice, I guess. They didn't sneak around about it, but honestly, I don't know how I feel. Because on one hand, I get it. They're both great people. I love them both. They'd probably make a good couple, and I want them to be happy. But on the other hand, it's just weird. Like, that's my best friend and my brother. Those are 2 separate worlds that were never supposed to overlap. And I can't unsee it now. I'll be hanging out with them, and suddenly I'm wondering, wait, are they flirting? It just throws me off. Plus, there's the whole, what if it doesn't work out thing? Because if they break up, I'm right in the middle. I'd either have to pick a side or pretend everything's fine when it's not. And I don't want to lose either of them because it got messy. They both asked me if I'm okay with it. And I keep saying, I don't know. Because that's the truth. I don't want to be the person who stops them from being happy, but I also don't know if I can handle how weird it feels right now. So yeah, I'm stuck. Would you be okay if your best friend started dating your brother? Because I'm trying to figure out if I'm being protective or if this is just one of those things that takes time to not feel so strange. Fun.
What's that one song? It's like my
Your
best
best
friend's
friend's
brother
brother
is
is
the
the
one
one
for
for
me.
me.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this is like the situation that kind of sucks because you have on one hand your best friend that you died for, you do anything for, and then your brother who you've also known your entire life, and you said that you wanted them both to be happy. You want it to work out. You think they'd be a great couple, and it seems like you answered that question. But then on the other hand, you're like, well, what if it doesn't work out, and I'm forced to choose between sides, and that can go any number of ways. Um, and it's a tough situation to get into. And I feel like right now you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, um, thinking about all the what ifs and the possibilities. And that's the thing with relationships that people really don't understand is every single day, every step is a what if. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? It's like what if we get into our first fight and it doesn't work out? Um,
Damn, that's really deep.
yeah.
So, like, you don't want to live because of the what ifs kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
you should just do what makes you happy.
Yeah, and I feel like people kind of neglect the fact that grief is the price you pay for love. Um, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Um, Having to choose between sides again, I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. I don't think you have to do that. Um, I don't think that you telling yourself that you have to pick between sides is going to be healthy. Now, you want what's best for them. You want them both to be happy. If they're happy right now and they're talking, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a little weird because it's just like, ew,
Right.
that's my
It's like
brother.
worlds just like
Yeah,
colliding.
and then
Yeah.
you're just that's my best friend, and then you're just like, oh well, now they're going to be hanging out and I won't be able to hang out with them. And, you know, at times you're going to feel like that you're losing two people. And that's where you have to be like open and honest with it. Like, hey, like I don't want this to compromise what we all
Right.
have because we've all been hanging out together. So obviously like we all get along. I just don't want this to get in the way of my friendship and me hanging out with my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like too, like it also might just be like a shock factor right now. Like because she said like they've been hanging out and they've kind of been like texting on the side. Like maybe she feels like it was kind of like concealed from her
Yeah.
and like maybe she's kind of dealing with that and like still like she's still processing when they're
Yeah.
already past like the processing of what this could be stage.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't want to say I've had similar situations, but I've known people in situations like this, and it seems that when people react poorly to something like this, they end up regretting reacting that way.
Mhm.
And like I get it's a lot to process, so I think you should still take that time to like process it. And if you're like at the beginning you're uncomfortable with like hanging out with both of them at the same time, like still hang out with them individually, like show yourself that they still want that relationship with you too. Like just cuz they're dating now doesn't mean that, or talking I should say, doesn't mean that like they're just going to like leave you in the past. And I feel like you should keep trying to maintain the relationship with like both of them individually and together. And I think it would maybe make it more normal because like kind of like you said, like if you truly mean that you want them both to be happy, if this is making them happy right now, then even if it's weird and takes time, like, you know. And
Yeah.
like my mom tells me stories of like way like high school days, right? And like she literally dated one of her best friend's brothers and they broke up and it was fine. Like they're all still they were in each other's lives long enough, they knew each other well enough that it was like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. So like I think also like when you're older looking back, you'll also probably realize like, oh, like even if it didn't work out, like whatever, it was
Yeah.
it's a funny story now kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
so
there's like a certain level of maturity with it too. Like it goes from like person to person. You know, some people, you know, like your mom and her friend or whatever, they worked out and it was totally fine after. But other people, you know, it's just gonna go straight to the gutter and you know everything's gonna blow
right.
up. And then the fact that they didn't tell you that they weren't telling you that they were hiding it, they probably have the same kind of like awkward feelings
Yeah,
that
they were probably also
you have is
scared.
like, how do I bring this up?
Right.
Because your friend's probably like, I feel like I'm betraying my best friend right now,
Right.
and then you know you're just like, I don't know why they're not telling me. So honestly, like you have to establish that like open line of communication first,
Yeah.
and that's like the foundation of every single good friendship or relationship.
And your friend better be the one being like, you better treat your sister nicely. Like,
Yeah,
this might be a perk for you if she's
yeah,
talking to your brother. So, yeah, I think right now it might be weird. Take the time to process it. I would definitely, like, hang out with them each, like, individually to, like, maintain the relationship separately as well. And then I feel like over time it'll just kind of flow. If it's meant to be, it'll be, you know?
yeah. You just got to get over this like kind of weird stage that
Yeah.
you're in
It's
right
definitely
now.
going to be weird at first.
Like it's always you're gonna have like that shock factor. Like I don't know what to do. Gather your thoughts. Don't be rash. Like I've learned that when I'm upset or like have like strong emotions, like as soon as I find out something that I feel like is detrimental, I'll like go and like text and like aggressively like call and you
And
know
then you look at it
voicemails, angry voicemails, angry text messages, and you're just like
and you look at it the next day
yeah,
when you're calmed down and
yeah,
you're like,
like, oh my
oh,
God, I
now
said the
I'm the
wrong,
bad
oh, what's
guy.
wrong with me? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
embarrassing. So like take the time, process. Don't like reach out, say anything that, you know, gather your thoughts first before you actually be like, hey, can we talk about this and sit
Right.
down. Don't make it like I prefer in-person conversations. There's like certain things like, okay, we can text about this, and there's certain things like, no, we need to like sit down and like have an in-person conversation.
Yeah. And if they really do care about like your opinion and your feelings and everything too, like they should be willing to have those
Yeah.
conversations. Like I mean it's your best friend and your brother. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine it going like turning into a screaming match.
Yeah.
You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah.
So I would say honestly just collect your thoughts and if it works, it works. And if it
Yeah.
doesn't, it doesn't. And hopefully it's handled maturely enough that if it doesn't work out, you can still hang out with both of them.
Yeah, don't interject yourself to be like you're the reason that
Right.
something isn't gonna work out. Like
Right.
let it happen the way it's supposed to happen. Let nature take its course, pretty
Ooh.
much.
Let nature take its course. I like
Yeah.
that. All right, there's your solution. Listen to us if you want, I guess. So, this next story, the second story, is called Friends Relationship. And it's very short, very simple. I don't know any of the background because it's like 3 sentences long, but we're going to go with it,
All
okay?
right.
Okay, friends relationship. I have a friend who is dating a girl I'm really not a fan of. He seems to really like her though, but me and every other person who interact with her just feel like she sucks. Is it my place to talk to him about it or just let it play out? I feel like I've low-key been in scenarios like this. I don't know. I mean, there's no background information, so I don't know why this person sucks. But there are times where someone just sucks, and you can tell by your first few interactions.
I thought about a bunch of my friends in a similar situation.
So would you tell them or would you just let it play out?
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's different for guys and girls. Wait, actually, I don't know. Okay, what would you do?
Oh yeah. No, I let them have it. I was brutally honest. Like, bro, like you're getting dragged through the mud right now. You got to get out of that. And like I was like it wasn't just like one thing happened. It wasn't like my first interaction with her. It was like what he was telling me, what I was seeing, like her actions, like his actions. I'm like, bro, dude, like
what are you doing? Like you're wasting your
you
time.
know this isn't working out, right? Like you're having all these issues with her. Why are you still in it? And it's so easy. I'm so good at giving great advice and then not following through with my own. I'm really good at that. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
practice what I preach
yes,
either.
you're very good at that. I can.
And it's
confirm.
just like, yeah, like you can tell them for sure. I mean, me and my friend group would always like hound on our friends, like, bro, you got to get out of that.
Yeah.
Because this is like we know what's like as
Even
guys we
what
like.
if what if she's like not even like treating him poorly? Because like we don't really know why she sucks.
Yeah.
So like what if she treats him nice, but it's just like the people, everyone else is like she doesn't fit in, she doesn't have interest in us. Like if it's not necessarily like his issue, but it's everyone else's around you issue, would you still say something?
Oh, that's a different situation.
Right.
That's a
Because
completely
we don't
different
know. There's
situation.
not a lot
Yeah.
info given here.
God, this guy's gonna make us do a bunch of scenarios. All right.
I know. So okay, so we're saying that if she sucks to him and to everyone, you should say something and be
Yes.
like, you're blinded by love.
Yes.
Right? But now let's talk about it is if, she treats him decently well. Like obviously everyone gets into arguments and whatnot.
Yeah.
But everyone else around him is just like she's just not the vibe. Like she's gonna just have to be invited to my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess she'll be there because he's coming. Like,
Yeah.
no one's like excited for it. Like,
Yeah.
would you say something then, or? Because I don't think I would.
That's more of like, yeah, it's just like, because you're just like,
Yeah.
hey, like I don't like your girlfriend or your boyfriend because of who they are, or like
Yeah.
because
Ooh,
it's like,
yeah.
how do you say that?
Yeah.
So that one's a little trickier, and again, gonna have to take some self-reflection on and be like, hey, like, do I not like her just because she
Right.
didn't want to play like board games with us, or like she didn't
Right,
want
or
to
she didn't want to come to our hangout because she was
Yeah.
tired.
yeah,
Or,
like
yeah.
whatever, or like she's quiet, and
right.
it's just like, are you guys like, having her like join you guys, or you guys being like super outgoing? Like you can be like an introvert, and like
Right.
that's totally fine. Like there's times where I was like, I have no interest in talking to any of these people right
Right.
now, and honest, like it's it's one versus 10,
Right.
it's her versus his entire friend group, or him versus her entire friend group. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be a little awkward at
True.
first. So is this been ongoing for years, or is this just like, oh, our first hangout and she was
Right.
like, take accountability for a second? Like,
That's fair. Yeah. Okay, so I'm like agreeing with what you're saying. So like in a scenario that she treats everyone, and the boyfriend, like crap, then you would say something.
Yes.
If it's a scenario where everyone else just doesn't really vibe with her, but she doesn't necessarily treat the boyfriend bad,
Yeah.
then we don't say anything
Yeah.
because it could just be her personality and he might be into that and we might
Yeah.
not, or she might just not be comfortable yet.
Yeah.
We don't say anything.
Yeah.
What if she treats him good,
Mm-hmm.
but she isn't nice to everyone else? Like if it's like, because now you're getting like the second scenario was like she just doesn't really vibe.
Yeah.
But now, like, the third scenario is, like, what if she's just kind of, like, rude or, like, doesn't care to get to know his friends or,
Yeah.
like, and it comes off, like, passive aggressive and stuff like that. That's another different scenario.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I would say something. I'm more, I guess, sometimes I'm more confrontational, but
Yeah.
like if you're
I
gonna
mean,
like disrespect like myself and my friends,
right.
like it's like, oh, but you treat them well, but
I mean, like,
there's
to be honest, too, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
no, you're good.
but to be honest, too, like, if there's a specific scenario that happens, if she's, like, blatantly being rude, then I don't think there's an issue if you handle it in a mature way of being like, did I, like, do something? Like, not in front of
Yeah.
everyone,
Oh yeah.
but, like, hey, like, just so you know, like, earlier when, like, this happened, it made me feel like I may have offended you or, like, you were upset with me.
Yeah.
Like, I really care for this person that you also really care for. Like, I would almost, like, I don't want to say, like, confront her, but if there's a scenario where she's blatantly being, like, rude, then I would just, like, pull her off to the side and be like, are we good? Or, like, what? To, like, maybe
Yeah.
let her know that she's acting like that if she's just, like,
Yeah.
not aware of it. Or, honestly, like, text the boyfriend
Yeah.
and be like, hey, is so-and-so mad at me? Like, I don't want to say tattletale,
Yeah.
but, like, hey, like, at the dinner tonight, she said this or did this. Like, is everything okay? Like, I feel like recently she just hasn't been, like, really involved with us. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Is if you come off in, like, a caring way.
Yeah.
Like, a concerned way, like, you want to make things better way, not like a I'm attacking your girlfriend
Yeah.
way. But
Yeah, that's definitely the more mature way to go about it. Again, if it's like, oh, this is the first time it happened, hey, like, act like that. But if it's like, you know, ongoing, like repeatedly, like they're just condescending towards you whenever you guys hang out, but he swears on his life that
she's a
she
great
makes him
girl.
happy. She's so nice. She's a great girl. It's like my dog. Like, oh, she's such a sweetheart, but then she'll bark at everybody and get super
Anyone else,
mad and
yeah.
angry. Um, so I mean, yeah, it honestly depends on whatever situation or scenario that you're going through. But I think like if it's once this happened and it's just like, oh, like that caught me off guard, like bring it up with the boyfriend or the girlfriend or bring it up to her in a mature manner. If she's just a little bit of an outsider, just doesn't vibe, like that's okay. Like the way I interact with different friends is different, right? So
Right.
like you have your different friend groups. Like the way that I act with my military friends is much different than how I act with
Me.
with you. Yes, exactly. And you're gonna have to like be able to change that. Since we only got just a snippet of information,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
not a lot
gonna
here.
depend on what situation you're in.
And I feel like we assumed three different like reasonable like scenarios
Yeah.
and gave three reasonable solutions of how we would handle it, our opinion,
Yeah.
our unlicensed opinion.
Yes, very
you know?
unlicensed.
So I think maybe, well, I don't want to say listen to us, but hear what we have to say about those three different scenarios. Hopefully your scenario falls into one of those
Yeah.
scenarios. And if not, we'll just resubmit a story with more
Yeah.
information next time.
Yeah.
No hate, but like
Yeah.
and then we can whatever try to give better advice.
Yeah.
Based on more detail. But I think we gave three really good outcomes for three interesting scenarios, so hopefully yours falls within there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, for our third story, you're
Mhm.
going to be able to pick between two stories.
Okay.
The first story is called Is My Friend Screwing My Chances?
Mm.
Or Why Don't My Friends Have My Back?
Oh, oh man. Why don't my friends have my back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so our third and final story that you chose is Why Don't My Friends Have My Back? I'm a freshman in high school. Bad start.
Oh, like a squid.
I'm a freshman in high school, and lately I've been feeling like someone in my friend group is deliberately trying to push me out, and I don't know how to handle it without losing everyone else in the process. There are 6 of us in total, 3 girls and 3 guys. We all came from different middle schools, but we somehow found each other at the start of high school and have stuck together pretty closely since then. We sit together at lunch, walk to classes together, and usually hang out on weekends or after school. The problem started with one girl in the group, Maya. At some
The
point, I
worst.
clearly did something to upset her, though I'm still not entirely sure what it was.
The story of my life.
I tried to I tried to apologize early on, but she brushed me off, and ever since then, it feels like she's been quietly working to push me out of the group. She never says anything outright mean, which almost makes it harder to explain to other people. Instead, she does things like inviting everyone else to hangouts or study sessions and forgetting to invite me. I'll see pictures later or hear about plans after the fact. In group chats, she either ignores my messages completely or responds with short, passive aggressive comments. If I bring up something I'm excited about, like a club I joined or a show I like, she'll quickly change the subject or talk over me so the conversation moves on without acknowledging what I said. Sometimes it feels like I'm invisible. I've realized that her behavior is pretty toxic, and honestly, I don't even want to be friends with her anymore. What hurts more is how the rest of the group is reacting. The other four people, Evan, Noah, Lily, and Sam, all see what's happening. I've brought it up more than once, both in the group and privately. Every time I get the same response: I don't want to get involved, or I don't want to cause drama. Because no one wants to take a side, it ends up feeling like they've chosen hers by default. They still go to things she organizes without questioning why I'm not invited. They don't speak up when she ignores me or shuts me down in conversations. Even small things, like where we sit at lunch, end up working in her favor while I'm left feeling awkward and out of place. I understand the bystander effect. I know people hate conflict, especially in high school where everything feels so public, but it still hurts. I've been honest with them about how excluded I feel, and seeing them stay silent makes me feel like my feelings matter less than keeping the peace. At this point, I'm torn. Part of me wants someone in the group to stand up for me, even just once, and say, hey, that's not okay. Another part of me wonders if I should stop trying so hard to hold onto friendships where I don't feel supported. Not having my friends come to my defense after I've clearly explained what's going on makes me question how strong these friendships really are. I don't want to cause drama or force people to choose sides, but I also don't think it's fair to be slowly pushed out while everyone pretends nothing is happening. I'm looking for advice on how to handle this, whether there is a way to get the rest of the group to actually acknowledge what's going on, or if the healthier choice is to step back and find people who treat me with more respect.
Focus on yourself. You gotta leave.
Yeah, I don't think these people are your
Yeah,
friends.
that term friend
Is
is
crazy
yeah. I
right
wouldn't I
now.
wouldn't I wouldn't even say that.
And like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to find friends, especially like the beginning of high school when everyone is coming in from different middle schools, but that's the time to do it.
Hmm.
And like, maybe you're seeing that these people specifically aren't the people for you, because if it's starting like this now and no one's standing up for you, like, what do you like? You've already mentioned it to people and no one has made any change whatsoever.
Hmm.
So, how many chances are you going to give them before something actually changes? How
The,
much time are you going to spend and energy on these people?
you already know the answer. You're just trying to put it off so you don't have to
Yeah,
actually do it. You need to rip the band-aid off.
yeah.
This.
But it's hard cuz like high school's a lonely place though. Like
Oh yeah.
like what do you do if you're in high school as a freshman and your five other friends that you've been with since the beginning of high school, like you're not friends with anymore. Like I really hope you've talked to more than those five people,
Yeah.
and maybe those are like your closest friends, but I really hope that you've made the effort to make other friends as well.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that we're still freshmen. You got
True. Lots of time.
3 more years to make friends, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you one thing: your high school friends will not be
Yeah.
your lifelong friends. High school is such a short period of life, and you're still a child. Like, you
Yeah.
don't even have your driver's license yet. You can't even buy a lottery ticket. You can't even buy a beer, smoke, anything. You are still a child. You
Yeah.
have, what, 75 years left to live?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Um, you will go through high school. It's gonna suck. High school sucked for me. It was brutal in every way possible. And I didn't really find my, like, really good friend group until halfway through college. I was pretty much alone for the most part. I was in a toxic relationship, and that was pretty much my friend for a couple of years. Um, and then I did a bunch of activities, and I at my job I was able to meet friends there, and through the military I was able to make a ton of lifelong friends through there. Right now you feel like you're in this like abyss, in this hole, and there's no way to escape, and my life is going sideways, and I'm stuck, and everything sucks. It's gonna feel like that,
Yeah.
especially when you lose people that you care about, and people that thought cared about you. um, Trying to get them to stand up for you, like it's not going
It's
to.
not worth it.
You're going
You
to
shouldn't
lose.
have to
Yeah.
ask your friends to stand
No,
up for you.
it shouldn't be complicated.
Yeah. Also, like, if I were you, I would, once again, like I said, I hope that you have other friends. This is just probably your, like, core group.
Yeah.
If anything, I would start just, like, slowly backing away.
Hmm.
Like, not, I wouldn't even say anything about, like, I think you guys are treating me poorly, which high school me, freshman year me would have said, I'm taking a step back because you guys are treating me like crap.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
Like,
don't make all the
it's
drama.
less, what is the word, less is more.
Yeah.
So like if you just slowly, like you said at lunch, like it always works out for this girl like Maya and not you, sit with someone from like a different class that day,
Hmm.
like from someone else in your grade, and don't even like acknowledge them. Like just be like, oh yeah, I'm like sitting with so and so today. If they ask, and if they ask why, just be like, oh, like just cause. Like you don't need to give a reasoning why.
No.
Like, and maybe you separating might give them like a, oh, like she's not kidding, like she, maybe they don't understand
Yeah.
the depth of like how you actually feel.
Hmm.
So if that's the case, then that might give them like it might make it real for them because they're not the ones experiencing
Yeah.
it. um
Yeah, this Maya chick, she's definitely peaking in high school, for sure.
yeah,
You'll get your time back on that. Don't worry.
yeah,
Like in the meantime, like yeah, slowly step back. Like it's taking a ton of energy out of your effort and your head,
yeah.
and put
And
the,
it sounds like it's like totally diminishing your like confidence
yeah.
and like your
Mhm.
self-worth, and like
Yeah.
why, like you will look back, I promise you, I'm 25. You'll look back when you're 25
God, you're
and be
old.
like, like what was I doing? Like I promise you, because I have people from my freshman year where I'm like, I have people from my freshman year of college actually too, where I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
Like why did I hang out with these people? Why did I travel with those people? Why did I, put all this time and energy into people that like I knew I didn't want or
Yep.
need in my life forever?
Like in the meantime, like join clubs, do
Yes, sports,
sports,
clubs.
it keeps you busy. Like go to the gym, do some push-ups, like get
Yeah,
get fit, focus on your like physical health and your mental health. Like
yeah,
in high school we're like growing up on like these stereotypes of like, oh, the band kids are nerds, and like, oh, like these guys play like, I don't know, Pokemon, and like they're nerds. Like nerds make money, guys. Like
yeah. All the
they're
nerds that we,
all the
all the
nerds.
nerds,
Yeah.
I'm looking at them. I'm like,
Yeah, they
you
make
make
a
twice my salary right
ton of
now.
money right
Yeah.
now. So
So,
like, don't be
or
picky on
one
your
of the
friends.
band girls that was in our high school, or choir girls, she's like the next up and coming like country artist in
Yep.
Tennessee right now. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, all these like stereotypes in high school,
Yeah.
you look back on it later and they
Yep.
do not matter.
Mhm.
So do what makes you happy. I would not spend more time on these people. I would slowly, if I were you, I would slowly pull myself away.
Mhm.
I would just start sitting with other people at lunch and like building those relationships with other people. And maybe the people that you start sitting with at lunch are now the people that you hang out with on weekends. And honestly, maybe it just opens your friends' eyes and they're like, oh, like, and then you don't know. God forbid, like they might actually be like, oh, she's right. And then they
Mhm.
might realize this and then be like, I'm so sorry. And like want to continue their relationship with you.
Yeah.
So,
But you're doing this for yourself.
yeah,
You don't want to do this being like, oh my God, I'm gonna step away. Like they're gonna take me back. I know it. And you're like gonna keep looking at your phone and like
right,
waiting, and you try to pull back. That's not the reason you do things. You do things for yourself.
right,
To better yourself. So stepping away is going to help your mental state and your emotional state, and like be
100%.
able to focus on other things. Don't do this just so that they can come back to you, because you're going to be craving the attention, and like,
Right.
if I don't get the attention, like I'm nothing, and it's going to be like if without it. So you got to be okay with not getting closure. Don't get closure on lots of things.
Yeah.
Um,
It's all part of
Yeah.
adulting.
You're still young. You're still young.
Yeah.
When you're 14.
Yeah, you
And
got time. Don't put
yeah.
too much pressure on yourself either about it. And honestly, if you don't make any other friends, girl, work hard to get A's, join some clubs, build up your resume for college,
Mhm.
and leave those people in the past.
Yeah. That's
So,
something I wish that I did during high school. I spent too much time like
worrying about what other
where.
people thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Worrying in your
Yeah.
own head. You're
Yeah.
stuck in your own head, like, oh
Yup.
my God, what am I going to do tomorrow? Kind
Yup.
of thing.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, but you got this. Be strong, be
Mhm.
confident, and don't let people tear you down that aren't worth the time or energy.
True.
Yeah. Good luck. Okay, so that's all that we have for today. So, Joe, thank you so much for coming on. Loved having you. We'll have to get you back here.
Thank you for having me. It was super fun.
You're welcome. For all of you guys watching out there, there will be a link in the description to submit any stories. The more stories that we get submitted, the better, because then we have more juicy stories to choose from. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, most importantly, we are not licensed, but we are opinionated.
Very much.
All right, bye, guys.
See ya.